8 months into the market. How's it going?
So let me also take to what Abhijit said is that the quality of distribution is important, and we obviously know that. And we are ensuring that the quality, presence, and range of what we are putting across is excellent. Like we said, with our printing machine, we are able to get now live information of what is being printed in our dealers. This information is not available to any company.
Abhijit, how do you see the battle? Now, he's on the battlefield. This is how he sees the battle. How are you seeing it?
So far, it's been on expected lines. In fact, we had expected that the pace might be a little bit faster. From that perspective, it's been pretty okay. It's expected that the amount of money and the energy that has been brought in, the number of people that have been recruited, resources that have been put in, obviously it won't be, a damn squill, right? It has to be something which is interesting. A battle which is worth fighting, I think, so we are basically on, expected lines, and our own plans remain as was the case. So no major changes have happened.
You're going to wait and watch. You're saying, listen, he's making all this noise on the battlefield, but maybe he's impacting a larger elephant and not a smaller one.
So just a clarification also, we also do get data, in terms of the actual lifting painter-wise, dealer-wise, at any point of time, instantly. Because that was what we introduced in the Indian market for the first time, was scannable tokens within the cans. Any painter who lifts any material, because he wants to get the money for the royalty for it, so he scans it. He is always linked to a dealer, so we immediately know what the secondary sales has been. So we are very, very aware of what the secondary is in India. It's not something which is absolutely new to us.
Let's just now, you've seen all of this. I mean, obviously this will be your wish. But let's fast forward to the paint industry 3 years later. How do each of you see it?
So, if you look at the figures today, we are at about 11,200 odd crores. Our ambition is in the next 4 to 5 years to reach about 17,000, 18,000. In 6 years, we want to double it to about 20,000. I think, we will still remain a very clear number 2 in this industry. That's, what we would expect. Yeah, so, brand is obviously, an important part, for any consumer product company. We have over the years built our brand, so it's not as if the trust has been built largely because you have products which are of superior quality. We have always believed that our quality needs to be kept, in fact, slightly ahead of the leader, because you are fighting in this market. Your quality needs to be right there, so that repeat customers keep coming back, and customers have to come back to you. They will appreciate your quality, they appreciate the brand experience, and then they come back to you. So that's first, the trust has been built over years, and there are a large number of customers who would have taken our products, used it, liked it, and they keep coming back. The second is in terms of, evolving with new products, new ideas, new thoughts. And there are a large number of such products which we have created in white spaces, as I said. Easy Clean, Anti-Dust, Roof Cool and Seal, Express Painting, which we introduced as a service in India for the first time. All were created by us in this market, and those were all new things, innovative products, innovative services which was introduced basically to meet unmet customer needs. At the end of the day, branding is, on isolation means nothing unless you are actually giving customers what they want. So consumers have need, it's not being met. You think of a product, you think of an idea, you think of a service, you create that, you service in the market, you have a distribution network which is able to take this product or the service to the customer. The supply side, we have already a huge capacity. We operate at about 60-65% capacity, so the capacity is never a constraint. In fact, in the paint industry, it makes little or no difference. Everyone has got sitting on excess capacity, so that part is taken and taken for granted. And therefore, what lies is ultimately how do we get the customer, how do we get the influencers, influencers plays a very critical role in this industry, unlike most FMCG categories. You know, the dealers, the contractors, the builders, the architects, and as Rakshit was mentioning, they take a long time to change. It's very difficult to make them change. You know, we have experienced that, you know, in the industry for long, you know, and it is a slow incremental process which keeps happening. And you have to work very hard on the ground to make these changes. And therefore, you know, it is not like an air cover. You fire some, you know, aeroplane and, you know, it bombs and you have the ground for yourself. It is one-to-one guerrilla fight at all points of time to try and convert these dealers and, you know, contractors, architects to your side.